welcome all. Let us consider another problem from auto cycle. In an air standard auto cycle, the compression ratio is 7 and compression begins at 35 degrees Celsius and zero point 0.1 megapascal. The maximum temperature of the cycle is 1100 degrees Celsius. So we have to find one, that the heat supplied per kilogram of air. Second, work done per kilogram of air. And finally, the cycle efficiency. For this problem, we can take Cp, that is specific heat at constant pressure, is equal to 1.005 kilojoule per kilogram Kelvin, and Cv is 0.718 kilojoule per kilogram Kelvin. So first of all, we'll write the values which is already given to us. So given, so we have given the compression ratio is 7. So let me draw the PV diagram of the process. So we know that for auto cycle we have four processes, that is process 1 to 2 is a reversible adiabatic compression, and from 2 to 3 it is again a constant volume heat addition process, and 3 to 4 is reversible adiabatic expansion, and 4 to 1 is again the constant volume heat rejection process. So we have the compression, we have given that the compression ratio is 7, so we know that the compression ratio is equal to V1 divided by V2. Compression ratio will denote by letter R, that is equal to V1 divided by V2. That is also already given as 7. And then for auto cycle, we know that V1 by V2 will be same as V4 divided by V3, because we have a constant volume heat addition and constant volume heat rejection. So V2 is equal to V3 and V1 is equal to V4. So we can write V1 by V2 is V4 by V3. So that you have to keep in mind. So R is equal to V1 by V2, that is equal to 7. Next, the compression begins at 35 degrees Celsius and 0.1 megapascal. The compression process starts at 0.1. So here from 1 to 2 is the compression process. So it begins at state 1. So state 1, we can write the temperature at state 1, that T1 is equal to 335 degrees Celsius. 35 degrees Celsius. So it is always better to convert it into SI unit right the way. So we'll write that is equal to 308.15 Kelvin. So just add 273.15, then we'll get the corresponding Kelvin value. Then pressure, we got P1, that is equal to 0.1 megapascal. So next we have given the maximum temperature of the cycle is 1100 degrees Celsius. So if we observe the process, we have 1 to 2 is the compression process, so the temperature will obviously it will increase. From 2 to 3 we have constant volume heat addition. So heat addition process also increases the internal energy, thereby increasing the temperature of the system. So we have the point 3 will be at state 3 we will have the maximum temperature in the cycle. So we know that the T3 is 1100 degrees Celsius. So that is equal to in Kelvin we write that is 1373.15 Kelvin. So I think we have written all the given values, and then we have to find the heat supplied per kilogram of air. So we want to calculate heat supplied as well as work done per kilogram of air. So in this process we can assume that mass of the gas is 1 kilogram. So we'll consider that later. Now let us move on to calculate the heat supplied per kilogram of air. So first part, for that we will consider the process 1 to 2. So we know that process 1 to 2 is a reversible adiabatic process. So for reversible adiabatic process, we know that. So move on to next page. So process 1 to 2. Since the process is reversible adiabatic, I will take this diagram with me. So consider the process 1 to 2. It is a reversible adiabatic process. So for reversible adiabatic process, we know that T1 V1 raised to gamma minus 1 equal to T2 V2 raised to gamma minus 1, and so we already know the state at point 1. So we know that temperature at start of the compression is already known. We know that it is 35 degrees Celsius, that is 308.15 Kelvin. So we have to, if you want to calculate the temperature at the point 2, T2, then T2 is equal to T1 times V1 divided by V2 to the power of gamma minus 1. So we know that T1 is 308.15 Kelvin, 308.15. V1 by V2 is equal to 7, that is a compression ratio. So this times 7 raised to 1.4 minus 1, that is equal to 308.15 times 7 to the power of 0.4. So if we do that, if we calculate that, we will get the temperature as C equal to 671.12 Kelvin. So we got the temperature at point 2. In order to find the heat input, that is Q in, to the system, that heat added to the system. For finding that, if we know the temperature since the process 2 to 3 is a constant volume process, we can, the heat input can be calculated as, so if we consider the process 2 to 3, we can, for the constant volume process, we can write Q in is equal to mCV into T3 minus T2. So whatever heat is added to the system will rise the internal energy, and that internal energy change can be calculated as M times CV times T3 minus T2. So for the constant volume process, so Q in is mCV into T3 minus T2, that is equal to, since we want to calculate the heat added per unit per kilogram of air, so that is the question. It was specifically mentioned that we have to calculate heat supplied per kilogram of air. So for that we assume that the mass of the system M is equal to 1. Then CV is 0.7 0.718 kilojoule per kilogram Kelvin, and T3 and T2 already we have. So 1 into 0.718 times T3 minus T2 is T3 is 1373.15 1373.15 Kelvin minus T2 is 671.12. That makes Q in is equal to 504. If we calculate that, you get 504.05 kilojoule. So here kilojoule, in fact it is Q in is per unit kilojoule per kilogram. Since we assume masses of the air is m is equal to 1, we can just write it as Q in is 504.05 kilojoule. That is per kilogram of air. So heat supplied per kilogram of air. So that is the first part of our question. So part 1. Next, we can consider the process. So second part, we have to calculate the work done per kilogram of per kilogram of air. For that, we have to calculate the heat Q out, heat rejected by the system. So if we know the heat supplied as well as heat rejected, then we can calculate the work done by the system. So heat rejected can be calculated as if we know the temperature T4 and T1. T1 temperature we already know, but we have to calculate T4. For that, we will consider the process 3 to 4. So during the process 3 to 4, you know that again it is a reversible adiabatic process. So we can write T3 V3 raised to gamma minus 1 equal to T4 V4 raised to gamma minus 1. That implies T4 we have to calculate T4 equal to T3 times V3 divided by V4 raised to gamma minus 1. So that is T4 is T3 is 1373.15 and V3 by V4. So you have seen that V4 by V3 is the compression ratio, that is equal to 7. So V3 by V4 is the reciprocal of the compression ratio, so we can write into 1 by 7 raised to gamma minus 1 is 0.4. So that makes T4 equal to 630. If we calculate this, we get 630.49 Kelvin. So we got T4. Next we have to, in order to calculate the Q out, since the process 4 to 1 is a constant volume process in the case of Otto cycle. So if we consider the process 4 to 1, so Q out will be equal to, in this process temperature T4 reduces to T1, so the heat is rejected by the system. That heat rejected can be calculated since the process is at constant volume. The heat rejected can be calculated as change in internal energy. So that will be equal to Q out will be equal to mCV into T4 minus T1. So here again we have to calculate the heat rejected per unit volume or unit mass of the air. So we assume m is equal to 1. Then CV we already, it is given, that is 0.718 kilojoule per kilogram Kelvin. So we write 1 into 0.718 kilojoule per kilogram Kelvin times T4 minus T1 is T4 is 630.49 630.49 minus T1 is 308.15. So that means that Kelvin. So we get if you calculate that, you get 231.44 kilojoule. So that is the amount of heat rejected by the system. So in order to calculate the work done, so work done by the system per kilogram of air, it is denote it as W net. So W net is Q in minus Q out. So Q in is 504.05 kilojoule per kilogram of air minus Q out is 231.44 kilojoule per kilogram of air. So the net work done by the system will be 272.61 kilojoule per kilogram of air. So that is the second part of our question, work done per kilogram of air. Then finally we have the third part, that is cycle efficiency. So efficiency eta is equal to 272.61. Sorry. So net work done divided by heat input, that is 272.61 divided by 504.05. So that makes efficiency 0.5408, that is about 54.08%. So we'll write so for the problem, we have the first part, we have Q in is 504.05, heat supplied per kilogram of air is 504.05 kilojoule. Then work done per kilogram of air, that is equal to 272.61 kilojoule. Cycle efficiency eta is equal to 54.08%. Thank you.